All right, welcome. My name's Lisa Bermudez. If I don't already know you, if you're here for the first time, if you're watching this for the first time, I'm I mean, you could log on to my website and read my bio about it, but I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a yoga teacher trainer. I'm a practitioner of Ayurveda that I've been studying Ayurveda for just as long as I've been teaching yoga, which is, around 15 years. I'm currently in school I'm always in school for something, but right now I'm in school for clinical Ayurveda. But prior to that, I did two very beautiful cleanse leadership trainings, which has given me certification through Kate O'Donnell to actually be leading these cleanses for everybody, these community cleanses. So I personally kind of have trouble with the word cleanse. I think that whenever I have always heard the word cleanse, it always made me think of I'm just going to drink juice for 10 days and be hungry. And I've done cleanses like that and felt terrible. And then I've also done weird cleanses where all I had was some kind of like shake and then I don't know, like apples and broccoli or something like that. It was a weird one. I always left cleanses like that feeling really hungry after. Like on the last day of the cleanse, I was always excited to go out and get pizza or whatever. And then within a week, I almost crashed from that really strict extreme diet to something that's just that strict extreme diet always just depleted me, and then my overall system just wanted much more. So this is not like that. I'm only bringing that up because this is not like that. um this reset for rejuvenation, which is, if you're looking at the screen, it's highlighted much bigger than the Ayurvedic cleanse font is, because it's literally a reset to prep the body to rejuvenate. We do traditionally in Ayurveda, we do cleanses, these 10-day cleanses twice a year. So once in the spring and then once in the fall. And if you think about it, these are times of the year that people tend to really they get sick. There's usually springtime allergies, or it's flu season, things like that happen usually springtime and then in the fall. The spring is an interesting one for me though, because it's usually my favorite cleanse to do, and my favorite, it's this would be the second time I'm actually facilitating the spring one, but it's my favorite one to do because naturally our bodies throughout the winter, if you live somewhere that experiences seasons throughout the winter, we're actually we're in kind of like a protective mode where we're building, we're staying warm, we're putting layers on, mental layers, not just physical. We're in this place where the weather is really sharp during the winter, and springtime just presents this time in the seasons, in the time of the year, for new growth, for new possibilities, for there to really actually be a reset. That way we can literally bloom with everything that's going on in the spring. So with that said, I did want to just take you through the website. Everything that I'm talking about, you can see on the website. So when you sign up for reset for rejuvenation, you get full access to the online platform. You'll have access to that from April 22nd to June 1st. So if you sign up for it and then you decide, ooh, I can't do it from the live dates, our live dates will be April 22nd to May 1st. If that doesn't work for you, you can just take any 10 days that do work for you after that and do the cleanse yourself during those 10 days, because you'll have access to the content which goes day by day. Uh, so that gives you some freedom, right? If you have like a wedding and a bachelorette party or whatever during that block of time from April 22nd to May 1st, you can always take it and do it another time. It will close though. You'll lose access to the platform after June 1st, just because it's not that I don't want anybody to not have access to this stuff. It's just that you shouldn't be doing a cleanse, especially a springtime cleanse, during the summer. And then you'll see, if you do these cleanses with us, that the fall one has the recipes are a bit different and the practices are a bit different. So in Ayurveda, we roll with the seasons, we flow with the seasons. So you'll get also a manual. You get a manual that you can print out. You'll get a printable daily routine with some suggestions about what to do from sunrise to sunset. You'll have a daily planner. So with that planner, you can just plan out what it is that you want to be eating and drinking from the day before. That way, it's not a shock to you the next day. And then there's recipes, full on recipes throughout the cleanse. There's also a shopping list, which is something when you get the shopping list, you don't have to purchase everything that's on that shopping list. It's really a suggested shopping list for the springtime months, from right now through when summer starts. So these are things that when you go to the supermarket, you should be looking for and incorporating into your diet. And then there's going to be video tutorials, journal prompts, pranayama meditations. I did bring up too that I will be online live from April 22nd through May 1st for a yoga class and a little bit of a breathwork meditation. So from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., and that's Eastern time. You don't have to get up and do that. That's not something that you need to be a part of. Those videos, those classes are going to be recorded and then uploaded into your online platform immediately. So you can do those videos at anytime that works for you. And they're there for you too, for whenever you need them. We'll also have meetups. We're not going to meet and talk about the cleanse every day for 10 days, but we'll have 4 of those meetups, and that schedule will go out once you sign up. And you don't have to attend those either. Those sometimes are recorded. So the daily classes that I teach, those are recorded. The live meetups, they're not always. It depends on who shows up and just how private the information is. Because what happens with cleanses sometimes is people get constipation, diarrhea, some stuff comes up, some emotional stuff comes up, and I just do my best to protect everybody's private information. So we don't always record those. Sometimes we do if people are okay with it. You also have access to me for the time that you're in the cleanse as well. So if something's happening and you're just like, I don't feel good, something's going on here, you'll have access to be in touch with me should you need to be. And then once you do join this cleanse, you do get a discount if you become a repeat cleanser for all the ones that show up in the future. So what does it look? Also, why would you want to cleanse, right? You could find some of this stuff on the website, but if you just don't feel good, if there's something going on where you just feel like things are stuck or sticky, and that could be physical, that could be mental. If you've never not cleaned your oven and tried to cook something in it, it's sort of gross. And that's usually what's happening with our body from the winter time, that this block of time from winter to summer. And the cleanse is more than food. It's way more than just having a healthy diet. It's actually starting to set you up for establishing a legit routine. In Ayurveda, we talk so much about how routine is key. When people are experiencing depression, any kind of sleep disorder, any kind of weight gain or weight loss or digestive issues, one of the first things that we actually look at is the routine. So how often is a person eating? When are they eating? How are they eating? And what types of foods are they eating? So diet is like, it's just gold in Ayurveda. Diet. It totally comes down to that. We also talk a bit about some self-care practices like tongue scraping, oil massages, meal spacing, and the science behind that, and just the science of actually having a schedule. You may have seen some of this stuff before in just some of the promotional things for this, but if you're experiencing any of this stuff, it might be just it might be your body just throwing out some alerts that it might be time for a cleanse here. Brain fog, a bad taste in your mouth, sluggishness, a sluggish appetite. A big one with a lot of people, especially in the spring, is they're gaining weight or they feel bloated and they're tired, but there's absolutely no hunger. They don't have hunger. And we address why that happens too in the cleanse. So these 10 days and the content that you get in Reset for Rejuvenation, it's really not, it's the bulk of it is food and meals and just being on a schedule. But then you're also going to be getting a lot of Ayurvedic insight and a lot of different classes on just Ayurvedic science and stuff like that. The schedule, this is one that I think people are have been asking a lot of questions about. What the heck goes on? So it's online. The 10 days are online. We do not meet in person. At least this time we're not meeting. Maybe down the line we will, but probably not for the spring one. But you can either start the cleanse with us live, which is on April 22nd, or you could pick your day one and start it later. Some people even begin on like a 3 days into the cleanse. So maybe we started on April 22nd, but then you start on April 25th. And then that still gives you time to even be a part of the live sessions if you want to be. So what the heck do you eat? What is it? The first 2 days are a pre-cleanse, and then the last 3 days are a post-cleanse. The 5 days in between, you're on a mono diet. So that's the khichdi cleanse. And throughout the entire 10 days, you're eating real whole foods. So the meals are nourishing, they're easy to cook. It's all whole ingredients. Everything is, nothing is prepackaged, nothing is frozen. It's also gives you the opportunities to start to train yourself and to get into the habit of just preparing really, really wholesome, good meals. Those first 2 days and the last 3 days, you get two different sorts of recipes or top recipe types. There's the khichdi recipe, which is the middle of the cleanse, and then there's the pre and post cleanse recipes. Those recipes are some samples of breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. And they're things like soups, different types of stews. There's one thing on there, I think it's like a cauliflower taco. A lot of green vegetables are included in this. There's a lot of really just delicious ideas for breakfasts, especially if you're someone who's not a breakfast person, and different types of spice blends and stuff like that that you could even use after the cleanse. Khichdi, if you're not familiar with khichdi, it's basically lentils and rice, spices, and then your choice of vegetables. And it has so many healing properties to it. Khichdi is something where traditionally, if somebody's not feeling too good, they eat a certain type of khichdi. During the khichdi cleanse, you're eating khichdi 3 times a day. It's suggested that you do that. You might choose to eat something different for breakfast, or you could actually like put different toppings on the khichdi and make it just adaptable to you and to how you want to be having it. Ideally, we're trying to get everybody in the habit of having 3 meals a day, no snacks in between. But you can adjust this stuff. If you're feeling like you're not hungry, or if you're feeling like you're ravenous and way too hungry, we can adjust all of that for you. So when you get your packet, all this information is in there. But then if you're still having trouble, or if you're like, I don't know what to cook, you can always contact me. And also, just some questions that have gotten brought up. Totally fine if you don't know anything about yoga or Ayurveda. If you're just like, okay, this sounds interesting, like I want to do it, but I don't know anything about any of this stuff. This is a perfect way to dive right into it. It's a good intro, and it's also a good program to be a part of that also helps you deepen your practices in this stuff. If you are pregnant, this is not the time. This cleanse is not something to do with me while you're pregnant. But if you're pregnant and you're interested in doing something similar to this, just send me an email and I'll hook you up with somebody that specializes in pregnancy and pregnancy diets and stuff like that. It's really, you can still do something similar to this, but I'm not facilitating that at the time. So will you be hungry? If you find that you're really hungry, there's auxiliary foods that are on the cleanse. This isn't like, as I mentioned before, it's not just drink some green juices and starve. it's really food and a routine and a schedule that's kindling your digestive fire. It's helping you burn fat. It's helping you burn away something called AMA, which is really kind of like how disease manifests. It's undigested food, it's undigested emotions, and it's what makes us feel sluggish and icky. So we're trying to burn that stuff away. You if you are really hungry, that's not the point of the cleanse. We're not here to be hungry. So you could just give yourself bigger portions. You might have additional foods, or really there's other ways to work with this too. It's not meant to deplete you or anything like that. Another question has been that I've gained the weight back or fell into old habits after the cleanse. I mentioned this before too, that you're eating real food and you're having 3 to 4 meals a day. This is meant to help you feel nourished and to help you get in the habit of setting yourself up for healthy meal schedules and really just healthy daily schedules. A lot of what tends to happen just in life is, and I could really only speak, I will just speak for myself. I know that I go through phases, and I've gone through phases where I wake up in the morning, I have some coffee, I'm not hungry, I gotta go, I'm doing things through my day, and then I'm hungry. And now I don't know what to eat. So I run and I get something from a store. I eat it, and maybe I don't feel that great after I eat it, but it just satisfied me. And then I forget to eat again until maybe dinner or late at night. And then I wake up feeling icky, and I wake up feeling like I'm just sluggish, and I'm hungry throughout the day because I'm not nourishing myself. This starts to get us into the habit of nourishing ourselves, taking care of ourselves, giving our body what our body's craving. So if there is excess weight that you found that you put on through the winter, and if the springtime so far has just made you feel like just a little heavier, it doesn't even need to be physical heaviness, it could just be feeling mental heaviness. This cleanse literally will help cleanse that out. It'll help just reset the system. um Also, if you feel like, if you're somebody that's in a place where you've lost weight and you're having trouble putting weight on, we can also talk about that too, because usually doing that 3 meals a day it'll bring your body back to its natural balance, whether that means that you have been losing weight, gaining weight, feeling tired, maybe you're stressed, whatever that is. This is meant to bring you back to balance, back to the healthy space that your being is meant to be in. And then this is a big one too. If you've struggled with any kind of eating disorder in the past, any cleanse, not just this one, can be triggering for some people. Because there's a schedule, right? There's a schedule where you are eating at a certain time and you're eating certain things at a certain time. So if that's something that you're feeling like is triggering for you, contact me separately and we'll have a talk. We'll have a private talk about it, because this might be a great thing for you, or at this time it might be something that won't really serve you to be focusing on. So we can chat with that. If you need to work out a payment plan, let me know. We'll set up payment plans. So if the price is something that you just need some help with, let me know that and we'll chat. You don't need to join the live meetings. The live meetings will be recorded, unless the live Q&As, there'll be 4 of them throughout the cleanse, and you don't need to join them. They will be recorded unless someone says they don't want it to be shared. And then all that content disappears. This isn't stuff that gets repeated or that I share again, excuse me, next spring. So if you were a part of a live meeting and, if your face is on screen, I'm not saving that for the next set of cleansers. It's specific just to this group. And then at the time, there's no refund, but if you needed to, if something did kind of happen, if you did not get a chance to participate in the cleanse, you could just let me know, and then you could use that as you could carry that out into the fall cleanse. But we'll chat about that too if that's an issue. And then how are you going to feel? So after the cleanse, you should be feeling, you can, not should, but there's everybody's different, but you can expect to feel lighter, more grounded and focused. you'll have more energy. And then you'll also have created habits that are going to increase your overall just self-love for yourself. The 10 days are a time to really nurture yourself. So it's something that's really it's really lovely to do right at this time of year for sure. And then everything, the stuff that is included is you get your manual, you have access to me. You get a, let me just slide back up to that. You get the manual, you get a printable daily routine, a tracker, you get a shopping list, and that shopping list is for pretty much every spring. And then the recipes also, you get these are all things you print out. Everything in this line is stuff you get to print out. That digital manual is a printable, everything's a printable. And you can have that and keep using those recipes throughout the springtime, or you could keep using it for, next spring too. You also get 7 classes with me. So 7, they're not, we'll do some like sun salutations and yoga and stretches and things like that. But each day I'll lead you through this really special, it's a warm up for the joints according to Ayurveda. So it just helps get things flowing and moving. And ideally, if you could start the morning with that, you will. And you'll have access to those. So that's 7 of those classes. And then you'll also have tutorials on Ayurvedic self-care practices like uh, oil massage, tongue scraping, dry brushing, and I might do a nausea and like neti pot tutorial too. People are more likely to use the neti pot once they see me do it on screen. And yeah, apart from all of that, you'll also have those 4 classes, the 4 live meetups. And I'm gonna stop the share. If you do sign up, also, you do get a little gift as well. So that is that. That's the cleanse in a little nutshell. Do you have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? I don't know, Laura, did you have any questions at all?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing like the shopping list and all the stuff when I get that. But yeah.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That is all going out. What's today's date? Today's the 10th. It's April 10th. And then a lot of information is either going out today. If you are already signed up, you'll get that today. And if you're not signed up, once you do sign up, you're going to get that access to that pretty immediately. The ingredients too, it's all stuff that is in most supermarkets. It's really it was shocking to me when I did this for the first time myself as a participant, that I didn't have to I thought I was going to have to order something from, I don't know, the depths of India or whatever. And everything was just right in the supermarket. So that was something that was super sweet to realize. Otherwise, cool. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for doing this. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm going to put my email in the chat too in case anybody's watching this. Email me with questions if you've got questions. And I will see you soon. Thank you, Laura, for being here.
Thanks, Lisa. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.